How to learn computer vision or generative AI as a beginner is a very complex question. Thing is, if we go online, there are too many courses, and a lot of those courses are not actually optimized for beginners, but probably for intermediate or even masters. So, for a beginner, it becomes too difficult to pass through the sheer number of courses, finding which ones are of the appropriate difficulty. And not many of them have focus on hands-on coding because that's what we actually do to train network. Not many of them focus on visualization aspect of the neural network, so we can't interact with them and we can't deepen the understanding of them. So, as a beginner, it's hard. Like I said, go on Google, search, you will find many list of courses. Go on LinkedIn, you will find many posts where they just list number of courses. That is not the way. If you want to learn, I recommend go focus on these things which come from my experience. I've been learning deep learning and computer vision and NLP since 2023. And I have done all of these courses and struggled with them. And these ones I think are a excellent way of learning for all the beginners. Okay, so this is your key solution. First, there is a library called as TIMM. It sounds like name of a person, Tim, but this is a library which contains all the computer vision models. We find them ready-made as solutions here. Okay, so for example, if you hear ResNet architecture and you kind of like want to see how it is, instead of writing the code from scratch in PyTorch, TIM, the this stands for PyTorch Vision Models, you can immediately get it, and then you can interact with it. See what's the number of layers, what happens if you pass a image through it. So by getting to interact with the model, and then you also keep writing the architecture in PyTorch, from scratch. But by using this high level library to interact with you speed up your process of learning a lot. So this is a great documentation. Go to this TIM library, quick start, study these tutorials, and you will definitely get a very good landscape immediately. Then there is this Kaggle Learn. This is also a extremely hands-on thing. This is very programming focused. There are not many visualizations, but it gets you into the coding part very quickly. So go to Kaggle Learn and Introduction to Deep Learning and Computer Vision. These two simple coding assignments. After that, you immediately go into a real life problem where you apply that knowledge. So this is detecting Higgs boson, subatomic particles, and in that there is this particle Higgs boson. uh, it's detecting that with TPU is what is the assignment here. So amazing. Here, what is the assignment? You either detect what kind of flower it is, or you detect if the leaf is diseased or not, or something else. So you see, immediately coding hands on. So 4 5 things which are focused on coding, and then 2 3 things which are focused on the visualization aspect. Three Blue One Brown is an amazing channel. I think everybody knows. The philosophy of doing these videos is, uh, I've given a TEDx talk, and it was about how to read a book, and in that the main quote was, you learn more by reading a great book 10 times than reading 10 books once. Similarly, this video is so great that if you keep watching it, keep visualizing it, keep understanding it, then it will only deepen your understanding of neural networks. So, coding plus visualization and the interacting with it in a visceral way. So, how there is this library TensorFlow Playground. So you write a simple neural network, you see it, you see how is the visualization, or maybe different ways of visualizing, and you combine that, it becomes really easy to understand the domain. So the next is this series, Neural Networks from Scratch. This is an amazing series because it has one of the best visualizations of neural networks. If you go to animations here, to make these videos, the series of YouTube, this guy Centex, he made these many visualization and they are so beautiful. It will help you understand it a lot better. So visualization neural network sizes. Let's just see how this is. So a simple visualization, this neural network size and how it would look. Simply increase the number of neurons. How, it looks very lines, lots of lines are connecting. You increase the number of layers and those number of lines, check how many they become. So such instinctive visualizations will definitely help you understand. And this series has so many of them. It will definitely deepen your understanding by quite a bit. So for beginners, I really recommend these things. If you want, you can also get this book. This book goes into these things in a more detail. So very, very good resource as well. So these would be my recommendations to you. Do this, combine coding with visualization, and you'll be able to learn the fastest. In a week, I'm also launching this workshop wherein I go from, absolute beginner, but you have to know programming. So as long as you know that, we'll go from zero to, intermediate slash master level in deep learning just in 6 weeks. So this workshop is 6 week cohort. We are going to have lectures on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And just Saturday, Sunday lectures for 6 weeks back to back. And we will learn from scratch. We go start with the absolute fundamental of image processing. Compute a simple image is processed for intelligence, and we keep increasing the complexity until we end at the kind of neural networks which are very popular now, text to image generators, which is the peak of the domain right now. These generators, so this gives you a very organized path of getting to know all the essential fundamentals in computer vision. So the courses begins in 18th of April. So if you're interested, you can also join this.